Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling.
Talk to me now, beesh.
To the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 test, 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 testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1225 of Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beeshes, booshes, busters, hustlers, and hoes? Papa Swolio is getting in that sexy position. Oh yeah, she's looking good. You're looking ripe. Let's get that belly rub, belly rub. Yeah, get it off to a good start. What's going on, fam? Welcome to episode 1225. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the Daily Swole, make sure you subscribe. Don't even consider subscribing. Do subscribe. Dost thou subscribeth to the Swole? Dost thou... If you don't subscribe to the Swole, do you even make sick fucking gains? If you don't subscribe, do you even make sick fucking gains? I tend to think not. I think not. I don't think you make sick fucking gains unless you subscribe to the Swole. So make sure you do so. And yeah, that's kind of important. Don't you think? Don't you think? To subscribe, to make sure you get notified, to be a part of the fucking Swole fam, to really plug in, make sure you subscribe. Do it. Do it. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you for being here. What's going on? What's up, Billy Martin? Ken Becker is pumping those testicles. What's up, bro? Danny, what's good? Ready for the daily dose of knowledge. Tiffany is in Zakasa. What's good? What's good? Goddamn, 1225. Keep up that grind every fucking day. Every day. You know, it's one of those things where it just becomes not like it's routine, but I guess it is routine. I mean, every episode's different. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a running... Who knows, like a running audio vlog. What's going on? What's good with me today? What have I done lately? What's new? What's trending? And we're going to go over some trending shit. But, you know, today is a Friday. I've kind of completed my whole body lifting cycle for the week. So today is going to be some type of yoga or balance in terms of intensity. Today's not going to be an intense workout today. No hardcore lifting. No hardcore lifting. Those of you that are out there that are just lifting heavy all the fucking time, every day, you need to balance that shit out. You shouldn't be lifting intensely every day. Some of you are doing that. Some of you just don't take a fucking day off. You have to. You have to, like, allow yourself to recover. Don't think your body's just recovering because you're not sore. Don't think you're recovering just because, I don't know, just because you're not doing the same thing every day. Intense activity, even if it's lifting and cardio or whatever, intense and high output is high output. Intense and high output is high output. I don't care what it is. Don't go and do a fucking power yoga class on a day off. That's still intense. That's still intense training. So I think of hot yoga. It's great. Go do it. Practice it. At the gym, notifications go off and scared the hell out of the lady next to me. Good. Fuck that beesh. She's scared. You're scared of the gains? You're scared of daddy? You're scared of old papa? Don't be scared of daddy. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So today is Freestyle Friday, so let's get into the shit. What's good? Literally freestyle, meaning we're going to talk about whatever. So whatever we talk about, it's kind of like the Sunday Funday Q&A-ness, but not really Q&A. It's really just topics. So what's new with you? What's new in your life? I do have a story for you that we can talk about. So today's episode is probably going to be nowhere near it's not going to be a long one, but got some good fun shit to talk about. So Friday's got to be light. Friday's generally a light day. Everyone's kind of punching out, but I usually like to say Friday's a week start. If you're considering Friday your weekend, that's kind of like the mentality in which you don't want to have. For those of you that are they get stuck on the weekends. I don't know how many of you get stuck on the weekends, but a lot of people, their schedule changes. You're not at work, your kids are home, or, you know, you're not, your whole routine, your schedule is different on Saturday and Sunday. So a lot of people fall off. They go out. Everyone goes out the Friday, Saturday night, the classic. So a lot of people have social events and things on the weekends in terms of Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. And, you know, that's one of those things that you have to mitigate in terms of keeping yourself focused. You know, you can't be going out and eating shit just because everyone else is eating shit, because no one else has your goals. So if you really want actionable change, you really want to look a certain way, and you really want to excel with whatever you're doing, then you have to put extra time in. It's a harvest moon. What the fuck does that mean? What are you, like, charging your crystals tonight too, Jacqueline? My goodness. Bring on the fun. I need fun. Hospitals suck. Hopefully you're working in a hospital. You're not in the hospital. Adriana, did my first yoga. You put Goya class. Ay, Dios mío. The soreness in places that I did not know I had. Indeed. Which is why when you start doing yoga, that's plenty. That's why I say when you start exercising, yoga is enough. Because yoga is going to hit all these different muscles that you're not used to hitting. Even if you're not lifting weights, you're going to be jacked up. You're going to be banging your shit up. Right, mama? She's doing upward pup. Upward facing dog. What's up, mama? How we doing? How we doing, baby girl? Look at that profile shot. Yeah, look at that underbite. She got a serious underbite. Let's get a nice little zoom in. Ooh, portrait. Where's that booty? Oh, yeah, look at that ass. That's my girl. Yes, you're a good girl, baby. You're a good girl. You're joining everyone today for the first time. You're not being a little beesh. You're not being a cranky beesh. You're actually showing your cute little face. Finally. Making a mini troll rap on Amber Lead. Chantal, who's that? Who's Chantal Marie? Kenny KO. That guy still making videos? I haven't heard anything about him. That guy's like controversial. He just trolls himself sometimes, it seems. Danny Cornell just got off work and finished day 5 of week 6 of the 90 double D. Damn straight. Wife is on day 3 of the 90-day dash. My lead by example starting to rub off a bit. Good man. Welcome to the Swole hole. A harvest new moon. I'm sad you won't bring a mini Swolio into the world. Look at the Papa Swolio's right here. I have no interest in having kids right now, if ever. I think more people should have no kids than have kids. What happens is people don't have generally, look, and I'm not saying anything for those of you that have kids, but what I see is a lot of people don't have any passion or purpose in their life. So they have a kid and that becomes their purpose. And rather than like pursuing their own goals and dreams, they have a kid and live vicariously through their child. So you're not going out and pursuing your passion and fighting, trying to do and live your dream. So you have a kid and then you kind of like shift your mindset. Oh, that's my dream. And my job in life is to fucking raise them and everything revolves around your kids. And that's your passion. It's like, okay. It's like, just because you don't have a purpose doesn't mean you should have a child. And then that's your purpose. It's like that gives you something to do. And I'm not saying people consciously think of this, but I think a lot of times it's, you do this and then you have a kid and then you just literally always have a responsibility. So you always have something to be focusing on and then you forget about yourself. I feel like having a kid is sacrificing yourself in a lot of ways. So I have to really feel like having that and doing that. Not really into it right now. Not into it. I agree with that. I think some people have a license to have kids. Well, I don't think everyone should be reproducing. Everyone has the right to, but it's like, fuck, we're hurting the planet in terms of we're spreading our species too fast. We have too many people. We obviously have too many people. We can't sustain it. We can't sustain this endlessly. And a lot of people probably shouldn't be reproducing, let's be honest. And that's not like a Nazi point of view, but a lot of people shouldn't. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with stupid people. There are a lot of stupid fucking people. But a lot of, on the surface, stupid people are very talented in certain areas. So you never know. Right? You have, and it's not like socioeconomic. You have some families that are very, very poor and they might have 7 or 8 kids, but one of those kids might be a fucking genius and change the world. So you never really know. But I do think we can go with a little bit more pulling out, if you know what I'm saying. A little bit less kids, a little less reproduction is not going to slow down the progress of humanity. Please, por favor. ¿Entiendes? Pole Lioness missed the live last night, and it was about 1 a.m. here. Watched it this morning. It was such a good one. Started thinking, what if veganism was created by the food industry? Ooh, dun, dun, dun. They created organic and they created veganism. They always want more money. That's a nice conspiracy theory. That's nice. That's a nice one. What are you guys' thoughts on children? Remember, it's Freestyle Friday. We'll talk about a lot of different stuff. We'll talk about anything. Fallen Angel, I have no intention of having children, but people question this. I've had old school friends ask me why I haven't had any. too many people I know have a kid because it's what people do. I don't get it. Not for me. Sarah. I agree. Less people should have kids, but the people that don't are the ones that should. Well, maybe that's the intelligence aspect of it. People that have intelligence are like, wait a second, maybe this isn't the best idea. Maybe this isn't the best financial and investment of my time. I have like barely time for me. I do. The thing is, what I do for my living is what I love to do. So I have time for me. Any of you that think, oh my God, Papa Swole, you should get out more. Why don't work so hard? Don't do that. No, this is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. What else am I going to be doing? In a coal mine somewhere? What am I going to do? What else am I going to do? This is fun. I like doing the podcast. This is chill. We're fucking talking. We're talking shop. We're talking shit. This is a great time for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy imparting my knowledge, my experience. I don't necessarily want to call it wisdom. That's a little bit of an ego stroke. And I certainly don't claim to know everything, but I do have a lot of perspective and experience in fitness and some ideas and some philosophies that can help you. And that's why you're here. So, it's fun. It's fun to be here. It's fun to be here, and it's fun to do this every day. 1,225 days. 1,225 days. So we're coming up on, what are we coming up on? We're coming up on 4 years in 2020, sometime like in April, May, something like that. Whatever 4 years was. I forget when the first episode was. I forget what exact day. You take today and you subtract however many days, obviously, with the number. But we got here, auntie for life. I'll give them back when they are too much. That's the cool thing about having kids in your family. You can give them back. Give your kids back. If you can love kids, but you might not want to have them all the time. It's like people that love animals, but they don't want to have pets. You don't have the responsibility and you can go enjoy them. Look, there's no shortage of kids to play with. There's no shortage of your friends and your family members having children. You can just go and play with them. You can love them. You can love them like they're your own child, especially if you're an aunt or an uncle. You can love your godchild or whatever you call that shit. Like you can love your friends' kids and stuff. You just don't have to have it. You can give it back. You can give it back, or you get one of these. You get one of these that just don't give a shit, right? You get one of these fur babies. You get a puppa. You get a puppa. I love it. I love it every time the podcast starts. She just punches out. I don't give a shit. Every time it starts, she stops caring. Every time. I think people have always said that, Ben. It's a fucked up time to be bringing kids into the world. I think people have been saying that for decades. I mean, think about what happened like in World War II. Man, this is a dangerous time to bring up kids. In Vietnam, this is a tough time to bring up kids. In the Cold War, this is a tough time to bring up kids. In the 90s and 2000s, this is a tough time to bring up kids with all this technology and this AOL Instant Messenger and this ICQ and this MySpace. And now, man, it's a tough time to bring up kids. I think it's always like that because things have been changing so much every single generation that it's just always like a holy shit. What are we bringing up kids in? I think we're starting to bring up kids. Here's the thing about where you talk about the fake meat and the vegan meat and the plant-based meat and all this like pea protein meat, whatever they're doing. I don't necessarily condone it. I don't want to eat it. But at the same time, if this world really fucking gets ravaged like to the bone and we don't have any food, creating this kind of food in a lab is going to help survival of the species. I'm not sure if we're going to have to deal with that in our lifetimes, but our children, right? Our children, our grandchildren, they're going to have to deal with food shortages or artificial things. That's why I always say about GMOs and pesticides, as much as we want to talk negatively about that, oh, that's GMO or that's sprayed. If we didn't have those things, we wouldn't have 95% of the food, I'm sure, that we currently have accessible every single day in any supermarket around the country and around the world. So technology allows us to have all these options. Technology allows blueberries to be $4 a pound and not $300 a pound. So you can talk all you want about, and like you can talk about the fake meat, you can talk about the vegan meat, you can talk about pesticides, you can talk about GMOs, but they allow us to have affordable food, which is true. The earth is not dying. Stop that shit, Anna. The earth isn't dying. The earth is fine. The earth is totally fine. We are here. Think about it. We are here and we are doing what we are supposed to be doing as humans. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. We are doing what humans do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. We're doing what we should be doing. We are doing what our species does. You understand that this is like the entire history of what we are aware of. We're here because, this is where we are. This is what we know about our past. We really know jack shit. We really do know jack shit. But humans are doing this. So if you think about it, objectively, this is what humans do. So this is what's supposed to happen. This is what human beings are supposed to do. And if we destroy, quote, destroy, we're not destroying the earth. We're destroying our ability to sustain ourselves on this planet. And if we do that and we fail and then we die off, then the planet's going to regenerate and new organisms that can survive whatever we do to the planet, the cockroaches and stuff, will survive and will die off. The other animals will be fine. And then you'll have a new species that evolves over the course of millions of years to deal with that can handle the new climate. So if it gets really warm in a lot of areas, we're going to have creatures that can survive that kind of heat. Human beings will die off and then other animals will survive. That's it. That's literally it. If we change the temperature because of all this carbon, because of everything and whatever, other creatures are going to survive us. That's why we're here today. The dinosaurs couldn't hack it, and now we're here. People like to think that we're the end of the fucking line. We're not. We're just a stepping stone with evolution. You think humans are the last thing? We're going to have some weird shit in another 10 million years. We're not going to look the same. We're not going to look the same. We don't want to think about that. Right now, we look like this. Right now, we can handle this. We're probably living, honestly, we're probably all living in the best time period ever, because this little window of when we're living right now, we have great technology, we have food, we have this. Things are probably going to go a lot fucking more sideways, or they get better in the near future. And they were shittier in the past. So right now, I'm pretty stoked with the way we have right now. We're pretty fucking good. We're pretty fucking good. We don't have to worry about food. We don't really have to worry about war. Honestly, we're living, we can go outside, not get attacked by animals. We can go outside and we're pretty damn safe. People just aren't in the woods. It's not like The Walking Dead outside. People aren't just fucking zombies and stabbing each other and shit. So we have it really fucking good. Really fucking good. Future humans will have 3 boobs. They better. They better have 3 boobs. If 2 boobs are great, 3 boobs are better. Mo titties. Mo titties. Mo titties. I am legend Will Smith. Agree to disagree. You don't agree? You don't agree that this is the best time in history to be alive? Or are you responding to something else? Rose of the Mist. If you don't think this is the best time to be alive, then why are you bothering? It's fucking awesome. It's pretty fucking great. It's pretty fucking great. Let's talk about this fun story today, and then we'll come back to freestyle. So keep on dropping comments. What do you think about this life? What you think about this life, fam? What are you training today? What's good? I'm debating if I want to do yoga at home or go to a class or do it in Swolenormous X. I'm debating what I want to do with my evening. Got a couple things I need to get done. Part of me doesn't want to leave this flow. Don't want to leave the fray. Want to keep on hammering out. No space for your face with 3 boobs. That will affect, if you have 3 titties, that will affect a motorboat. That will affect the motorboat. I will admit. I will admit. Best time in history to survive. There's toilet paper. That's true. That's totally true. So today's topic, or today's little bullshit, funny, little ridiculous crap of the fucking day. Oh, we got a comment? Let's see. Why bother? Oh, whatever. Okay, so you drop in the comments if you want to follow up with anything that we're just talking about. This is from, so take this with a whole pound of salt. I'm just reading this article from Fox News, so I wouldn't trust anything that they say. This is just literally kind of tabloid stuff. Any of this Fox News, CNN, it's really just tabloid type shit. But this is an interesting headline, so let's talk about this, and we can extrapolate our conversation, our topic, because most of you are going to agree with this. But it's interesting to hear what's going on. A lot of this shit lately with nutrition and with fast food seems to be happening in the UK. Seems to be happening overseas. So you guys can drop in the comments what you think about that. But here is a new article. Mom allegedly fed fast food to obese teen dying in hospital. Mother allegedly fed fast food to obese teen dying in hospital. So let's go through this for a hot minute, because we know fast food's shit. And I keep on saying how fast food is absolute fucking shit. But this is kind of like atrocious. And it's really child abuse. I feel like if a parent is feeding, I know some of you have taken your kids to McDonald's or Burger King. I'm not saying you're a terrible parent, you're abusing your child. You still get to make it's your choice, it's your child. I don't think you should be feeding your child that, but a lot of people do. But to this extent, this is fucking child abuse. This is ridiculous. So let's read through this. United Kingdom mother who purportedly called her obese child a quote donut and prevented the teen from participating in physical activities, allegedly continued to provide fast food to him or her as the child was dying in the hospital, according to a report. The Manchester Safeguarding Board, quote, a statutory body made up of organizations that work together to safeguard and promote the welfare of adults, children, young people, and their families, reviewed the child's death, which occurred in 2015, and concluded its report last year. However, the case's details have only recently come to light. So this is a couple years old, but this is a recent release because legal documents and stuff sometimes aren't obviously released right away for whatever reason, privacy issues and stuff like that. The teen, who was not identified in the report, died at the age of 13 from a heart condition. The child reportedly ate 2,000 calories each day before lunch, and weighed roughly 66 pounds at 3 years old. Any of you have kids? 66 pounds at 3 years old? What in the God-naming fuck? Prior to his or her death, I guess that's kept a secret, the teen from Greater Manchester reportedly enjoyed taking part in physical education lessons and other activities at school, but was prevented from participating by the mother, who allegedly told teachers her child was, quote, too sick to do so, reported Yahoo News UK, citing the case review. On occasion, the teen would take part in physical activity at school. The student reportedly asked teachers not to tell his or her mother. The school found it difficult to challenge the mother about putting obstacles in the way of the teenager from taking part in something they enjoyed and which was beneficial for their well-being. In 2015, the teen was hospitalized with a heart condition, which weight, quote, contributed to. Yeah, no shit. In his or her final weeks of life, the mother continued to provide fast food to her child in the hospital. The Manchester police allegedly looked into the case, but the mother was not charged. The Manchester Safeguarding Board did not immediately return Fox News' request for comment. So whether or not this is literal, everything is reported. This is like reported. Obviously, they couldn't get feedback from this. I'm surprised the woman wasn't charged, but that's fucking child abuse. If you're going to feed your child 2,000 calories a day, not let them exercise, and then feed them fast food in the hospital, this is not the only incident. This is one of those that actually had a court case. This is one of these that got some traction. Think about how much this actually happens in real life. How many parents are feeding their kids way too many calories, junk food, and then just like discouraging exercise because they don't, or because they don't find it's important, or because they're psychologically fucked in the head. That's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. The fact that a young child died, period, and the fact that the mother potentially kept them from doing physical activity because they were too sick because of all the food they were pumping into them. I wonder what the health situation of the mother was. That sounds pretty actionable to me. That sounds like hardcore child abuse. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what a healthy weight for a 3-year-old is. I really don't. I'm sure it depends on the height like anything else. But 66 pounds, that's heavy as fuck for a 3-year-old. I don't know what the proper range is, but I do know like 66 pounds, that's a big human being at 3 years old. So who knows what the fuck they were feeding the child, like liquid calories? How are you getting a 3-year-old to eat that many calories? It's got to be real concentrated. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the mother was obese. The article didn't say, but I saw that pop up and it's like, shouldn't parents take a child nutrition class if they want to have a kid? Well, you see how this all starts? This all starts like with the child. Children aren't taught by their parents because parents aren't taught proper nutrition. So you have parents that don't know about nutrition, not teaching their kids, and the kids are going to school eating garbage foods. It's like a vicious cycle. So when you're getting advertising for fast food as a parent, you're passing that information on to the kid and you're taking them there. The kid thinks it's okay to eat this shit. They're going to grow up eating this shit, and then their child is going to eat that shit, and it just compounds. And that's why it has to start in the family unit. That's why it has to start with podcasts like this, because you're not going to find out, you're not going to really hear about this. This is not going to get traction. This is not going to get real traction in the news. This is like a side article on Fox News just to kind of get you to click. But this is not going to make front page shit. This is not going to really make waves. It looks like tabloid stuff and it sounds like it, but it's reality. This is happening so many places, it just doesn't make the news. People are eating. How many times do you see someone who's just really morbidly obese eating fast food? Like, you're already there. You don't need to add to that. It makes it worse. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's abuse. It's abuse to not give your child real fucking food. I agree with that. I think a lot of people are shamed for having kids. Look, you have fit shaming. You have fit shaming. You have fit shaming. You have child shaming. There's so much stuff out there. There's so much, everyone's got shaming, and feeling shame is internal. There's no reason why you should feel bad for not having kids. There's no reason why people should have kids. Just because the species needs to perpetuate doesn't mean you have to be a part of it. You don't have to add to the gene pool. Now, I appreciate anyone that's like, oh, you should have kids. I appreciate that. I mean, part of me is like, cool. I mean, I could have kids. I know I would be a good dad. I mean, I would do the best I can, just like all of you. And there's nothing wrong with you having kids. I talk shit because, look, I have perspective that people that have kids don't have anymore. Now, when you have kids, you remember what you thought before you had kids. But once you have children, your whole brain shifts and you can't have perspective anymore. You can't go back in the past. So I think it's more important that we have these conversations, with people that are in that perspective. Like, I don't have children, so I still have that mindset. I still have that objective vision and view of it. Doesn't mean that I won't, and doesn't mean that you should or should not have had kids. Because if you do, you do. And that's the thing. Once you have kids, it doesn't mean that you wish you didn't have them, because you're going to love the fuck out of them. And you're like, oh man, I can't imagine my life without my kids. Of course you can't, because now you have them. You wouldn't give them up. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying you should like regret it, but I think some people do. And I think a lot of people are in denial about it and shut off that concept and that part of their brain and don't even address those thoughts, because what are you going to do? You can't go back in time. So you have to love your child and just fucking deal with it. But it's a lot of work. And I think a lot of people just walk into that type of responsibility, especially today. It's not something that has to happen like it used to. So in the past, you were having children to create workers. You were going to the factory. You needed to have 10 children because only 3 would survive. And you wanted sons, right? You wanted sons to work on the farm. You wanted, like, that's what you needed to have happen. So you had a lot of kids because half of them would die. And then you would have, helpers on the farm. They would grow up and they would carry on the family farm and the family name, and you'd have your lineage and your bloodline. But now, since things are so different, we don't need people to work on a farm. You don't need that same type of approach to a family unit. So it's different than it used to be. And I think it's also okay to address that too. But at the same time, we're still programmed to fuck more than ever. So the fucking hasn't stopped. So the breeding hasn't stopped. And thus we are overpopulated for what we need as a society now. In the past, it was more necessary, because if you had 1,000 kids, 500 died. It's like, all right, we need to, it was a numbers game, but now everyone survives. Which is not a bad thing, but we just don't need as many kids because we're not fucking any less. So the number's just increasing. Anytime you talk about not having kids and you're like, no, we have too many kids, we have too many people, population, it just sounds like some kind of like fucking like racist, like we have to stop reproducing. Like I'm trying to cleanse the earth or something like that, which is not the case. It sounds like some fucking kind of like Hitler shit, but it's not. It's just a fact. We don't need to have as many kids. We don't need to have as many children. Who needs 6 fucking kids? Who needs 5 kids? Who needs 4 children? Unless you have sex and you accidentally have like quadruplets or something, like, holy shit, that was an accident. Let me stick with that. People are just pumping out singles like crazy. Why do you need 4, 5, 6 fucking kids? Like, stop fucking. Stop fucking. They make things for that. Hey, what's up, Michelle? What up? What up? Michelle, come back on the podcast. Everyone tell Michelle to come back on the podcast so we can talk about not having kids. I want 4 to 5. I want 4 to 5 dogs. God, I know. I know. Look, why do I need a kid when I can have I can put this thing in a cage. I can put her in the cage. I can put her in the cage. I can put her in the cage. I could feed her and she'll be quiet and she'll be a good girl. Why do I want a child that I can't put in a cage? I can feed her if I want to. Children, it's not optional. You got to feed them. You got to feed them. Dogs? I'm just kidding. I feed her all the time. This beesh, she's doing puppermint fasting. She pounds food. She'll eat a massive plate of food and then she'll be like run in the kitchen. She'll be like, bacon? I'm like, you literally just ate your food. You literally just ate. That's my topic. Yeah, all right. We'll talk about cleansing the earth. That's a new thing. We'll talk about cleansing the earth. A sea of greyhound puppies. Greyhounds are beautiful dogs. Don't they have health issues? You can get a greyhound, right? They just not give them away, but you can adopt them after they raise them and stuff. I've always liked greyhounds, but I think they have. I'm not sure if that's correct. I think they do have health issues. But I think that's probably similar with any kind of purebred animal, yeah? I love the Swole Venger Sims. Oh, Michelle, did you post something? Am I a sim? Am I a sim? I just saw that. I'm so behind. I'm so behind on the group chat. I saw that. I'm like, oh, I haven't played The Sims in like 30 years. Oh, you had a greyhound too? Nice. Michelle, I'm going to message you and we'll do another podcast. I'm all excited to like rage. I'm all excited to rage on Papa's a sim? Where is it? Oh, it's in your latest video? I didn't see. I've been so fucking backed up on videos. Everyone's pumping out so much good content and I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, so I haven't watched a lot of stuff recently. Is that today? Did you make a video today? I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch that shit. I had a good sim. Nice. You didn't do me wrong. Did you give me muscles? Did you make me pumped? Did you give me muscles? Give me a good beard. Alexandria, I didn't want kids, but ended up getting pregnant off the pill. Well, that's why you don't go off the pill. That's why you don't go off that shit. You don't go off. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on the pill. I'm cut. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've been delayed with getting to people's content lately. I need to get back on it. I'm stroking the beard. I want to see it. I want to see it. I would bring it up. I'm going to bring it up right. Let me see. I can bring it up right now. Let's see if I can pull it up quick. Was it today's video? Let's see if I can pull it up. My thoughts will probably... You should probably change your name. My thoughts will most definitely... The thumbnail, create an influencer. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. I want to bring this up. You had to guess what Mama Swole looked like? Oh, did you make like everyone? Did you make the family? I'm going to try to scroll through. Oh, you made this. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at me. Look at that guy. Oh, you literally took like... Hold on. There we go. Oh my God. This is great. All right, so this is Michelle's video today, apparently, which I do not know how I didn't get. Oh my God, you can really customize that shit. There you go. Give me that glutes. Atta girl. Give me that booty. Uh-huh. There we go. Let me zoom back out so you can see her. There we go. There we go. Bring that up a little bit. You gave me my sandals too. Got to make those nostrils bigger. This is great. This is phenomenal. Dog lover, yes. 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 Yeah, you need to add a little bit of meat. A little meat on that bone. There you go. I hope you gave the sim like a huge hog too. Like yeah. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Oh, Papa Swole. All right. So anyway, I don't want to blow up the whole video without sound. So if you didn't catch that, obviously that's a must watch. I'm going to watch that fucking cover to cover later. So if you didn't catch Michelle, again, I think everyone here pretty much knows where to find Michelle, but my thoughts will probably offend you. And that's her video today. It's called Creating Alan Roberts, Obese to Beast, and Swole Enormous in The Sims. How did I not see this? I saw it in the private chat, Michelle. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I saw it in the private chat and it's like, oh, can I create you guys? I'm like, sure. I didn't think you were like going to make a video and do that. That's excellent. Oh, the comments are even fire too. I would have thought that Swolenormous would have made enough off YouTube to afford a shirt by now. Yeah, well, if YouTube actually monetized any of my videos, I think a lot of you people think that I make money off YouTube. Like they give me money, but I think a lot of you think that I actually get like monetized. How many nuts on chin videos do you think get monetized? How many times do you think balls deep gets flagged? Yeah. I love how people are complaining sometimes are like, my video got a yellow $sign. Like shit, if I get every video except Ask Papa Swolio gets demonetized. None of my videos get like approved or limited, severely limited. That's awesome. I pretty much made you in love with yourself because you're obviously able to get off on yourself. I'm fine. I'm down with it. I'll get off on it. How am I not monetized? I am. I don't know how many of you know how like YouTube works, but if you say naughty words, it'll limit monetization. If you use copyright stuff and you get flagged for using like a song or something, the owner of that song will get the monetization, but all of mine are yellow, which means limited monetization because I say naughty words and I don't censor myself. So not everyone wants to advertise on controversial topics where you talk about obesity or you put nuts on chin. People are so fucking sensitive. Papa needs some room in those pants for nut comfort. They get dropped on lots of chins. Wise words. Let's see what else is comments here. This is fucking awesome. Let's see what else we got. Michelle, you have to literally do, I know you left, but you literally have to do like every single person. Every single like person on social media that's a cunt. This is great. That's excellent. Yeah, Bunny Bumblebee. Isn't that the problem, right? People get monetized for stuffing their faces. That's the fucking thing. That's the thing. I say nuts on chin, or I talk about obesity, or I have something in the title and I don't get monetized, but then you can have like a mukbang and just eat tons and tons of McDonald's. Totally fine. Monetized. Like legit. That's how it works. So if you eat yourself to an early grave, you can get monetized. If you talk about eating yourself to an early grave, demonetized. So when you talk about fat shaming or fit shaming, I'm not really sure where you think the cookie crumbles, but it's affecting health more than it is lack of health. That's my experience. Pinching my nips, Papa. YouTube hates nips. They do. They totally do. You're making Brittany, Dawn, and Madeline. Yes. That is happening. I wish. Now I'm like, maybe I'll do the Sims. Maybe I'll play some Sims. That's some good shit. Brittany, Dawn. Are you gonna make the Sim like swimming in like a swimming pool of money, just like Scrooge McDuck, like from DuckTales, just fucking swimming pool of just gold coins. I didn't see that. Seeing Tess Holiday doing the titty jiggle, body wiggle. Oh, God, in The Sims? Well, everything's on YouTube. That's the thing with it's, if you're not blatantly, that's the problem with this type of drug, with the simple sugars, with eating yourself to an early grave. It's not like, it's almost like a conspiracy. You know, it almost is a conspiracy, because you couldn't do that with any hardcore drug. You couldn't do that with heroin. You couldn't do that with crystal meth. You couldn't do that with alcohol. If someone was just binge drinking online, they'd probably flag that, and that person would probably get taken off because it's setting a bad example. But you could have people fucking smoking weed and do all sorts of stuff, but eating food, like, you can't have someone just doing drugs online. You could have someone eating food, and it's killing that person the same way. In real life, she did that on the actual catwalk. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I didn't see that jiggle. I saw part of it. That was in Alan's video. I think, Michelle, you just did a video on that. I didn't see that whole video, but I saw like a clip of it. I saw a clip of like her walking down. What was shocking about the Tess Holiday thing was her arms. You see how big her arms were? That's not normal. Like, her arms were wider. Tess Holiday's arms looked wider than they were long. Like, she looked like the synthol guys, where you just inject in your arms and you just have like extra like liquid in your upper arm. I'm not peeing, I'm pouring more coffee. Doesn't matter which is heavier, which is more. Oh, I know. I did see that, Tiffany. I saw her size. Yeah, it said sample size. Yeah, sample size. It's not the whole bag of Doritos. That's not one serving. Serving size isn't the entire package, Tess. Oh, I apologize to that person yesterday, the day before, that said, don't make jokes about obesity. Look, we have to talk about this stuff. We have to talk about obesity. We have to talk about these issues, but we have to have this conversation. It's okay to make it a little bit lighter. It's okay to joke a little bit about it while still providing a message, because it's so fucking serious. What am I going to just, be just morbid about it all the time? Literally just fucking obesity. Like, I can't be miserable about it all the time. I have to fucking make it entertaining. I have to be comedic about it because it's so ridiculous. The PC police are at it again. James Corden called out Bill Maher for fat shaming segment. Oh, God. Well, because he's fucking obese himself. Isn't he still fat? That's the little pudgy guy that does the singing in the car. God, I hate his content. James Corden, fat shaming. Oh, you fucking moron. Ugh. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that James Corden's going to do that while his face is like a fucking bowling ball? Jesus Christ. Let's pull that up. Let's pull it up. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Bloop. Okay, so this is James Corden did a segment calling out fat shaming, and people are applauding. Of course they are. Everyone that gets fucking butthurt about everything is applauding. Let me try to zoom in a little bit better. James Corden isn't best known for diving into social commentary, but after seeing a segment on Bill Maher, he had to pipe up. Some amount of shame is good, Maher said, which is not untrue. If making fun of fat people made them lose weight, there'd be no fat kids in schools. And I'd have a six-pack right now. You'd have a six-pack if you didn't eat so much and you worked out harder, but you're busy doing your show and doing all your skits, so you don't prioritize your health as much. Fat shaming never went anywhere. Ask literally any fat person. We are all reminded all of it all the time. So you're playing the victim too. Nice. There's a common insulting misconception that fat people are stupid and lazy, and we're not. We get it. We know that being overweight isn't good for us, and I've struggled my entire life. There you go. So you're actually addressing that. Oh, so here we go. For anyone that wonders, right? For anyone that wonders about fat acceptance, check this out. Let's read it again. We get it. We know that being overweight isn't good for us. We get it. We know that being overweight isn't good for us. You hear that, health at every size? You hear that, fat acceptance? You hear that, body positivity? So he says it himself. There you go. We're not all as lucky. God, I hate this fucking language. We're all not as lucky as Bill Maher. We don't all have a sense of superiority that burns 35,000 calories a day. This is victim pussy fucking talk. Pussy talk, James. You're being a little bitch. Let's be honest. Fat shaming is just bullying. You shouldn't be fat shaming people. Who's going out and pointing? I'm not fat shaming. Who the fuck is fat shaming people? I know people are. Look, there are also people that are racist. There are also people that are like literal white supremacists. They're literally terrorists. There are a lot of people in this world and not, fat shamers. Look, people are going to be assholes no matter what. But the problem is when people start throwing around the word fat shaming and then denial that it's healthy, right? Or that it's unhealthy. That's the big problem. Nah. He also addressed the root causes of obesity, including how poverty and genetics play a role. Good Lord. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is fucking part of the problem. I disagree with most of what he said. Look, we have to talk harshly about this subject. I don't think people should be shaming, but my God, we have to be a little bit more rough around the edges with this topic. We do. So in the past, it might be like, oh, you fat fuck, oh, you're fatty pants, and you're teasing people. Not the right approach. All right. That's not fat shaming. That's fucking making fun of someone. And kids are bullied all the time. Everyone gets bullied. The fucking president bullies people. So a lot of people do that. However, the victim approach just doubles down on the pussification of society. So someone comes out and talks and says something like Bill Maher did that it's not a cookie cutter approach. There's no sugar on what he said. Yeah, people, why can't we take this more seriously? Why can't we really fucking, put some fucking balls on this shit? Why does it have to be, stop being mean to me? Well, then fucking get off your pedestal, pretending like just because you are obese, what are we going to do about it? We're not doing anything about it. Isn't that the fucking problem? We're not doing anything about the issue. The only thing that's really happening is you have a couple small little channels like this on YouTube and a couple people talking about it. Everyone else is glorifying obesity. That's getting a lot more publicity. Everyone is fucking obese and unhealthy, overweight and obese. 2/3 of the population. We don't need fat acceptance movements. We don't need body positive movements. We don't need James Corden fucking jerking himself off on TV about this shit. We need more truth and then action about it. We like all this movement is doing, all this pussification is doing is moving us further in the wrong direction. Like if we're just going to accept it more, it's going to get worse. This is only going to make it worse. This type of like being nice is not going to make it a better thing. It's not going to make it a better thing. And I agree with that. Kiyun's forehead. A lot of guys are made fun of because they're skinny. My husband was bullied for being small just because he's a guy. He also broke the quarterback's hand when he tried to strangle him in class. You see, he was thin, but also a black belt. Well, guys are made fun of for being skinny. People are made fun of for being gay, lesbian, transsexual, obese. A lot of people are assholes and dick faces to other people. Women are cruel to other women. Everyone got bullied in fucking middle school. elementary school, people got into fucking fights. It's human nature. It's like this whole battling fucking shit. However, the reality remains, you don't have to be rude to people, but I think we need to stop sugarcoating the actual truth. If you say something that's true, everyone just gets offended because you don't put emotion behind it. If you just talk about facts, like being obese is not healthy. but that's fat shaming. No, it's not. It's not healthy. The way I say that, the delivery might not be preferable to you, but I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you don't like my delivery, but I'm not saying it to be rude. That's why, look, the only reason people are watching this podcast right now, the only reason you are subscribed to my channel is because the intent is there. I said this in like the last podcast, last video, the intent is there. I'm not saying it to hurt someone's feelings. I'm not saying what I say to shame anyone. I'm not saying what I say to be rude and to hate other people. I'm trying to bring awareness and shake you fucking out of your goddamn like zombie state where, oh, I need to eat this because they tell me to. Oh, I need to do this because they tell me to. Oh, I need to do this because they say it's okay. Oh, but I need to do that because they say it's okay. Wake the fuck up. You can make your own decisions. You don't have to just go and follow the leader and follow the fucking bouncing ball. That's it. If you follow what other people do, I was at the dentist yesterday and the hygienist was talking about how, and I'm talking about how I do like a really high fat diet and I eat a lot of, aggressive beef and I don't do like all those like, green shakes and shit like that anymore. And she goes, oh, I like my kale and my ginger and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I fucking can't stand that shit anymore. And I was telling her what I eat and she goes, wow, that's like the opposite of what everyone says to do. And that's what the opposite. And I'm thinking to myself, good, because I don't want to do what everyone else is doing because everyone's fucking fat and unhealthy. Honestly, if you do the opposite of what 99% of people do in this world, you're going to be so much better off. Everyone just fucking just goes down like lemmings. You just jump off the cliff too. Everyone just follows and follows and follows. And when everyone else is miserable, stressed out, fat, obese, stiff, immobile, maybe you should be doing something else. Don't follow what they're doing. Do the opposite. Do the opposite of what they're doing. It's so easy to grow a channel it's so easy to grow a channel and to gain an audience if you're just nice to everyone and tell people what they want to hear. People want to hear that they're beautiful. People want to hear that they're accepted. People want to hear that they're okay. People want to hear that they're doing all right. Did I do good, Daddy? Did I do good? You did well, son. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Well, you're not going to get my congratulations for being a fat, lazy fuck, which most people are. Most people are fat, lazy fucks. Not everyone. Some people have actual issues. Some people are fat and they're working hard at changing that. And I commend them and I accept them. And I don't think that you're a bad person. Even if you think you should be accepted and you're a part of that movement, I don't hate you either. But I hate what you stand for. And that's totally up for grabs. I don't like what your beliefs are. I don't think you're necessarily an evil person. I don't think you're like Adolf Hitler. I don't think you are trying to like destroy everyone in the world and bring the population to its fucking knees and eradicate the human race. I don't think you're a bad person at heart, but what your beliefs stand for are going to harm a lot of people. And that I have issue with. Thoughts on intermittent fasting? Give me money. Where are my dollars at? Where are my dollars at? Where are my people? Someone give me money. Someone asked about intermittent fasting. Oh, Papa Swole cam. Looks like I mixed up the scenes here. Hey. We're back to the beach. Good stuff. All right, I fixed it. Funny how that goes. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Melissa, that'll be $1. People use emotions to get viewers. When I make my content, I'm doing it for views. So I'm going to make content. And look, Alan, Michelle, John, everyone does content for views, but we want you to see the video. So you got to choose trending topics. You got to choose things that are going to pull views from the headlines. However, a lot of these things are completely in line with the message that we're all promoting. A lot of people are promoting these messages. It's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. It's a big deal. This is real shit. Drink break? Are we fucking doing a water break? Water break, beeshes? Dum, 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 dum. Get your water. You ready? You ready? You ready? Let's do it. Come on, hit it. Chug time, babe. Yeah. Oh, woo. Oh my God. Oh, that was a lot of water. Oh, that was a lot of water. I'm out of coffee. I got a little coffee left. We're still going. Happy Friday, people. Happy Friday. Got a burp. We should do a push-up time. Yeah, well, we'll do push-ups. We'll do glutes. Oh, I'm still burping. Hold on. I'm still burping. Still fucking burping. Good Lord. Just grab the agua in time. I always got to have that water ready. Have that water ready. Anyway, so like, what are the rest of your thoughts on this? I don't know. Like, it's you have these big personalities. Obviously, James Corden is overweight. Obviously, he's taking that arm around the shoulder approach. I just don't like that. I just don't like that approach. I don't like that hand holding. I don't think we need more of that. I think we need the opposite. I think we need some more legit fucking. I think we need some more honesty. I think we need some more no feelings attached, objective facts. And it's kind of like when you make a video or when I make a video, that's objective facts and objective opinions. Look, it's when I make my content, I'm not like listing off facts. Like in 2016, the CDC says, when I'm talking about like objective opinions, I don't put a lot of emotion behind it. I'm much more aggressive. I'm much more just like, stop being a fucking bitch. That's my approach. That's my thought process. That's why that's the way I want to say it. But I think it's helping a lot of people. It's certainly helping more people than it's hurting. And putting your arm around people doesn't help. It's not moving everything in the right direction. It really doesn't. We're doing too much. There's too much softness. It's too much puss. Too much of puss. Yeah, again, that's another good example. Use examples. What are some other examples like that? Don't listen to smokers that would tell me how I should feel about smoking. Can you imagine that? Well, smoking is not that bad for you. Come on, you should make me feel better. It's like, no, it's killing people. It's not good. We know it's not good. Same thing with obesity. The men of my family taught me tough love. Stop being a pussy, little cuck, you little bitch. Savage. Look, this doesn't mean that we have to go back to like, men shouldn't show emotion. You got to be tough. But I think we need to get out of like the soy boy era pretty quick. We need to kind of like women can be strong fucking women, but we also need some strong fucking men. We need some strong fucking people. We got to stop getting offended by words. They're words and they also hold some weight. This ain't no accident. There's no accident that people are obese and more unhealthy than ever. There's way too much food. There's way too much junk food. There's not enough exercise. It's so fucking simple. Just fix it. Move more. Eat better. Move more and eat better. Move more and eat better. How many, we don't have to complicate it. Move more and eat better. Move more and eat better. Move more and eat better. But what's eating better? You know what eating better is. You know what eating better is. You can also fucking Google it. You can also go onto YouTube. What are some bad foods I should not be eating? What's an elimination diet? I have so many people messaging me. What's an elimination diet? Why don't you do a Google search with my name, put Swolenormous and put elimination diet. You'll literally get every single fucking thing that's ever been done from me on the elimination diet. It's like, why can't you do a little search? Why can't you do a little work yourself? Do it. Go to the blog. Go to swolenormousx.com. Check out the blog. Do a Google search. You'll find it. Like we can't spoon feed everything. We've had a lot of episodes. I can't talk about everything every day. It's like fucking you take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. That's why we do this podcast every day, because every day you have to stay on track. Every day you're focusing. Every day you're doubling down and tripling down. Every day you have to like reassess and reapply yourself every day. Every day. Everything's trying to pull you in a different direction. Everything's trying to pull you in a different direction. Smokers usually know that it's not good for their health. I haven't heard about cigarette shaming. Well, interesting, right? You cannot be delusional and successful at the same time. Well, Tess Holliday seems like she's pulling it off. Well, success is relative. Not successful with your health, that's for sure. Have I seen Fit to Fat and Back? No. Is that guy who got fat so he can experience what his clients were experiencing? That sounds like you want to fucking almost kill yourself. I don't think that's necessary. I think that's pretty fucking... That's a nice attention grab. It really helps me understand addiction. Well, I really want to understand why drug addicts are addicted. So let me start doing crystal meth, and then I'll see how I feel so I can get some perspective on recovery. Good idea. Good idea. It's good. Built a business around it, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's a nice job. I'm not sacrificing my health for perspective to know what I fucking know. You don't have to be, you could be a smart person and help a lot of people without having firsthand destroyed your body. I would never do that. Have I ever seen a place it's illegal to be fat in? What are we talking about? Illegal? Illegal to be fat. If it was illegal to be fat, a lot of people wouldn't be fat. A lot of people wouldn't be fat. They'd be exercising pretty damn hard. Google, Google, Google. Alexa, take soy off my shopping list and add a big pair of sweaty balls.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you wouldn't be, would you? Alexa, what is fat shaming?
Here's something I found from the article Anti-Fat Bias on Wikipedia. Fat shaming is fairly common in the United States, even though most adult Americans are overweight. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Thanks for your feedback.
You're welcome. Fat shaming is very common in the United States, even though that the majority of people are overweight. Just the fucking artificial intelligence says that. Well, it's not really artificial intelligence. It's some fundamental programming, but you hear that? Oh my God. That's awesome. That's awesome. Fat shaming is very common in the United States, even though most people are fucking overweight. Savage. Savage. That's great. It's shocking. James, I appreciate that input. If you look around, I'm telling you, just go out and look around. Observe. Don't go make fun of people. No one's going to go out in public. Oh, hi, Fatty McFatterson. Go wherever you go. When you're in public, look around and see what's out there. See what's out there. Just look at people's stomachs. Everyone has a gut. Everyone has a gut. Everyone. There's a fast food restaurant in Las Vegas that if you weigh over 350 pounds, you eat for free. Yeah, you eat for free because you're the one that's going to have to pick up the ambulance bill. Is that the one like the heart attack diner or something? Is that in Vegas? I've seen that before, like on those like food channels or something a long time ago. Is that the heart attack grill? Is that in Vegas? Makes sense. It's gross. Well, I don't have personal experience with all these other countries that a lot of you live in. But from what I've seen in the comments before, and a lot of you are dropping it down now, that other countries are getting more and more obese. You're getting a lot like the United States, which is a fucking shame. It's a shame. And you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for the audience that I have. And I do, obviously, the content from creators, Michelle, Allen, like everyone's growing. Their channels are growing really, really fast because they're sending a good message. It really is. But there has to be the humor about it. People are going to take that in the context of like they're talking about obesity and they're, making fun or they're having jokes and it's entertaining. Like, and they equate that to making fun of fat people. No one's making fun of fat people. I'll make some jokes, but it's not to make fun and hurt people's feelings. It's to really just make fun of the fucking movement and the concept that it's a healthy thing. It's like, my God, if you're obese, all right, own that and make the moves to unobese yourself. Unobese doesn't mean you're ever going to be skinny mini. Doesn't mean you have to be. I'm not saying that has to be healthy. You don't have to be like skin and bones to be healthy. That's not healthy either. Right? That's not healthy either. It's not healthy to be skin and bones. You don't want to be anorexic. That's not healthy either. My fiance and I noticed the same thing after we started. The amount of obese people we see on a daily basis that we never paid attention to before is astounding. Once you look for it, it's like when you have a car, you get a new car, and then you start seeing your same model and color on the road all the time. Wow, I never noticed all these cars and the same. Yeah, you never noticed it because you had no reason to notice it. But once you had the same model and the same car, then you notice it on every single street corner. You notice every single, because your brain is more like tuned to that color and that stuff because you're looking for it in the parking lot. It's your car. You see it all the time. You just relate to it. Once you start looking at obesity, everyone's got a gut. Guys, ladies, even a small one. Everyone has like extra chud around their stomach. Everyone. Really, everyone does. Bars that give drinks for AA coins, do bars do that? Are there bars that coax people away from Alcoholics Anonymous? I've never heard of that. That's fucking evil. That's some evil shit. I've lived in the southern U.S. for a little over a year now, and everyone is obese. I'm the odd fit person. People look at like an alien. It's weird. Yeah, no shit. Ugh. Well, the problem with children, when we're talking about the 13-year-old or the 3-year-old, the problem with kids is that they don't have the ability to make those choices. Children don't know. Children don't know what choices, like those channels that I've been covering when they're making meals for their kids and they're putting in Hawaiian punch and sugar and chips. It doesn't mean that the kids can never eat something like that, but you're packing them a lunch for their day at school. You're just giving them pure sugar to school. That's not going to help them focus and think. You need to teach kids properly and feed them the fuel that they need. Kids can't make a choice. They don't have a job. They can't go shopping. They can't cook. They don't know. They need to learn from mommy and daddy. And if mommy and daddy are giving them garbage, they're going to associate that being okay. And that programs them to want those hyper flavored foods, hyper, greasy, like artificial vegetable or whatever it is. There's going to be programmed to wanting more of that their entire life. They're going to want that tomorrow for school and the next day. And they're going to eat junk at school when they go to a friend's house because no one else fucking eats healthy either. And then when they get older, they're going to keep on having these predispositions to these foods and to these hyper flavors. A lot of people never come back to eating really healthy. And then they grow up into people that I'm talking to like, hey, you got to start fucking being healthy. You got to start taking your health seriously. I guess under that pillow smells really good. I don't know. Her head's under the pillow now. Okie dokie. In the South, they put sugar in cornbread. There's no hope. Well, I use beef tallow. But anyway. Oh, thank you, Maggie. Hey, Papa Swole, just want to let you know that you and the rest of the Swole Vengers have really helped inspire me to try to get healthy. Cheers. Glad to hear it, Maggie. Good for you. Good for you. Last night, my fiance told me he can't forget how sweet everything tastes after we took sugar, or he did forget, after we took sugar out of our diet for a week 3 months ago. You can't forget. Yeah. Anyway, when you take actual like added sugar out of your diet, you realize everything's like super hyper sweet. Oh my God. Well, we'll have more of this to talk. Let's see. Tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow I'm going to be here a little bit earlier. This is like an evening cast tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I got some things to do, so we'll be a little bit earlier in the day tomorrow. Remember, Sunday Fun Day is coming up, so obviously not tomorrow, it's Saturday. Sunday Fun Day Q&A, taking pure tons of questions. So on Sunday, make sure that that you tune in, hit that notification bell and stuff. And when I go live, I'll answer as many questions as I can on Sunday. And I just want to say I appreciate everyone for being here and for supporting and for giving your opinions too, because it helps me. It helps reinforce my own thoughts, because these are my opinions, of course, and these are the things that I think in my head that I'm sharing with all of you in my delivery. But the fact that there is a lot of support and that there is a lot of, it also reminds me all the time that this is a valuable course of, a valuable approach. And this is like a message that needs to get out more. And it's a message that does resonate. So it does mean a lot to me. I mean, I'm not only looking for people that support. I know a lot of you are going to disagree or that are listening to this, but at the same time, it's important to, it's great to know that you all are on board and you're aware of this and it's making sense. So I appreciate it. We'll have to do that again, Tiffany. Swole Avengers, one group podcast a month. We'll do that again. I agree. We need to do that more often, or at least consistently. Oh, you're welcome, Carly. Thank you. Papa Swole, I appreciate how articulate you are. I've never had trouble understanding what you are saying, and I've never heard you mumble once. Well, thank you very much. I probably mumble sometimes. Mumble rap, mumble gains. I say a lot of shit though, but I do appreciate that feedback, and I'm glad I'm making sense. Sometimes I feel like I finish a podcast, I'm like, did that make sense to anyone? Sometimes it's like a blur after 1,225 episodes. Sometimes after I sign off and I'm uploading the podcast, I'm like, I hope that made sense. I feel like I just blacked out for an hour. I have no idea what I said, because one day just blends into the next sometimes. So I'll forget what I talked about yesterday. I'm like, I hope these are all making sense. I hope these podcasts are actually making sense. I could like bump myself in the head and wake up and be like, we're on episode 1300. Like, what happened? I blacked out. I feel like it's, was that old school? Was that old school? It's like, what happened? I blacked out. So let's see. What else is going on? If you like to use TikTok, if you're not on TikTok yet, make sure you follow me at Papa Swolio. Been dropping some new stuff. Got some new videos coming today. So go like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you want to do over there. So I'll be sharing some more of that stuff. And I do go on autopilot. Totally. I'm on autopilot right now. I'm just fucking bam, bam, bam. I'm just banging them out. But that's where you can follow. And then we'll have some new content coming on the main YouTube channel. Sunday Fun Day Q&A, and of course tomorrow for 12/26. So I'll let you all go get your pump on, go lift, go do yoga, go do something. I got some shit to do. I got to do some mobility today. I got to fucking get loose. So I'll probably go do a yoga class, but I'll be doing little talks and little ticks and Instagram stories and stuff in a little bit. So follow me there, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 1226 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in Zarelm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio, out.